Hey guys, Osiris USA here from the Thrifty Gamer. Today we're going to be having a look at Marvel Superhero Squad Online. I've decided to do this game because, you know, I'm a parent, I have kids, and this is really a great game for the whole family. So my son just turned 5 a couple days ago, decided to go ahead and let him try this out, and it's actually been really great. So as a parent and as a gamer, I wanted to get a video done on this one and put it out there, let you guys know what it is, what it's about, and hopefully your family can have a lot of fun with this game as well. I may actually end up breaking this up into several different videos, or a few different videos, not a lot, just because there's quite a bit to this game. It's simple in what it is and how it works, but there's really a fair amount of content. So let's go ahead and get started here, and I'll show you this area. Right now we are at the Daily Bugle area. This is just kind of a free roaming little area where you can run around and check stuff out. There's lots of stuff that you can interact with. These little guys right here, they're just little robot saucer guys that you can pick up and smash. It gives you some XP, and then you get some tickets. And I'll show you how that works in a minute. There's also all these little things around the world that you can interact with, and it will do something kind of fun and shoot out a star or several stars. When you collect 10 stars, you get some coins for that, some silver coins. So, you know, you can run around here and just interact with all these different little things in the world, and it might give you some coins, it might not. There's these things that refill periodically. You can click on them and it gives you about 10 coins. We'll collect all those. As you can see, collect 10 stars and it'll give you some silver coins. So that's kind of neat. You can run around and just interact with all the different things around the world. There are also little orbs that have your character's face on them scattered throughout these zones, and collecting those gives you more XP, which there's one right there. Looks like might have to, yep, just jump up and collect that. Those will give you some XP, and that of course increases your hero's abilities and powers and things like that. You get more health and more special abilities and things like that for collecting those things. Here you see we've got a robber. We'll go ahead and start this little event thing here. Whenever you click on him, he'll run away and you have to chase after him, and he'll spit out stars as he goes. You kind of chase after him, and when you get to the end, you'll have captured him, and I do believe he'll give you some more tickets. I think we should be getting close to the end of the chase here. And there we go. We've captured the bad guy. And he's given us a ticket. So, it's kind of neat. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to it. This is not going to be a real in-depth game that, you know, you might enjoy playing hardcore or anything like that. This is definitely aimed at children. But there are enough elements to it that it can be entertaining for adults as well. I have enjoyed playing this quite a bit, actually. So we've been gathering these tickets, and you see this big wheel right here. When you click on that, it will open up here, and you use your tickets to spin the wheel. Now when you first start out, all of these areas are gold. They have gold coins on them. After you land on one, it will turn to silver coins. Now if you are a Junior Shield agent, which is the subscription style, if you subscribe, then every day your wheel is refilled with gold prizes instead of silver. I think, looks like I may have gotten 1, maybe 2 gold prizes put back on since yesterday. So they will refill slowly if you are not a subscriber. But you will definitely earn more gold if you subscribe. They have extra bonuses for gold and things like that, and the subscription fee is $10 a month. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's cheaper than a subscription for, you know, 99% of the other games out there that have a subscription fee. But it depends on, you know, whether or not you're willing to spend the $10 a month for this game. I'm not actually sure if that pertains to all of the accounts that are associated excuse me, associated with the parent account, if all accounts gain that subscription or if it's per account. So I'm gonna go ahead and start using tickets and spin while I'm talking about the accounts here. So go ahead and give that a spin, and wherever it lands, that's what we'll get. Looks like we got 20 gold for that one, so that's kind of cool. So the way the subscriptions or the accounts work is that you make your account, which is the parent account, which is optional. If you don't want to make your own account, say you just want to make one for your child, that's fine. You can do that. No big deal. When you make a account, it will ask for a birth date. If the birth date is under, you know, a certain age, I think it's probably 16. If they're under that age, then you actually have to go in through a link to your email to give certain allowances for things like chat and stuff like that. So you can't just make an account and then everything's open and, you know, people can chat with your kids and all this other stuff, which is kind of an iffy thing in today's society, which is really sad, but you know, it's out there. So if you just make your child's account, they still have restrictions on what they can do until you go in and agree to some terms of service and special allowances for chat and things like that. And if you don't want to do that, then they just don't get the chat options and some of the other social options like that. So you don't have to worry about that kind of thing if you don't want to make your parent account. But if you do make a parent account, you make your account, and of course you'll have full access to everything because you're over 18 and all this other stuff. Then what you'll do is you'll make another account the same way that you did with your account, and it will be a child account because the birth date, you just put in your kid's birth date, and it will be recognized as a child account. And that's all the information, personal information you have to put in, is just the birth date and whether you're a boy or a girl. Pretty much is what they ask. So when you go in and make their account, you can take their username and password, and then you go back onto the settings in your account on the web page, and you can actually associate their account with your account. So their account is actually attached to your parent account, which is pretty cool. It allows you to actually go in and manage all of the accounts from your one account. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, I'm not really sure how the subscription works, if it's $10 per account or if it's $10 for the parent account and all child accounts underneath of that. Maybe, like I said, I'm going to do a couple different videos on this. What I'll do is I'll go and look, and then when I do the next video, I will tell you exactly how that works. So if I can find that information. They not very in-depth on the information they give on the website, so I will try my best to figure that out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so before I leave the prize wheel here, you may have noticed that I landed on some of these other spaces that are not associated with coins, and I may have gotten an item. I think I got a trampoline and a bomb from these two, those are actually things that go into your base, which I will show you here in a minute. This one is actually booster packs for cards. If you land on this base, you get a booster pack for the in-game card game, which I will probably end up showing you in a different video. So that's the prize wheel there. If we come down here, this is kind of a hub for where to go. We've got, if we come over here, we can click on this area and it will take us to some different zones. Like I said, we were in the Daily Bugle. We can go to Baxter Plaza or Asgard, and there's also this one called Villainville. And they're just like these areas that we were just in, where you run around and you can interact with stuff and, you know, get some stars for it, earn coins just for running around and being curious and clicking on things, which is really good for the children. You know, your kids, they're curious, they want to explore things, and that's a good way to build, you know, a lot of their mental capacities, is encouraging them to be curious and investigate things. So this game kind of rewards that activity. If you go and you investigate something, if you check something out, then it gives you a star or a few stars, and you know, it's just a little reward. So these areas are pretty much all alike. Each one is different in its layout, but there are, you know, little things around. There's another one of the orbs that has a bunch of stars in it. In this one, these little flame guys here, kind of like the little spaceships in the other side. They'll give you some points and a ticket when you interact with them. So that's the world areas there. If you come down here and open this hub, this will actually give you all of the options, just like that last little area I showed you with the little icons that you see here. So we've got missions you can do, which we'll cover in a different video. I've actually got something special planned for that one. We've got the shop here. You go in and I'll show you that right now. So this is the shop, and as you can see, you've got all your different superheroes. These are for regular free-to-play. All of these different characters you can buy and then play, just like I'm playing Cyclops, and they cost a fairly substantial amount of coins. I've got about 2,000 silver coins and about 170 gold coins. As you can see, I'm not anywhere close to being able to buy any of these gold. This Dark Surfer is 25,000 silver. We've got a Captain America that's 15,000 silver. So they really are pretty spendy for some of these characters, which, you know, that's not really that big of a deal as far as I'm concerned. Looks like I've got a friend invite here. I wish that maybe I just haven't figured it out. I might have to go back into the options and look, but I wish there was a way to turn those friend invites off, because, you know, you don't want your kids just being friends with whoever. And I think, I'm not sure if that's one of the things that's restricted on the child's account until you give specific permission for. It let me be friends with my son, but that may be because our accounts were associated, so I'm not sure if that's something that's restricted or if that's something you can restrict. I hope that it is. So anyway, back to the shop. We've got these guys. They cost quite a bit of coinage. As you saw, you can earn these coins in-game. They come at a fairly slow rate, but it's free to play, and, you know, it is what it is. So, of course, there's options to buy gold. Nope, that's not really what I wanted. I guess can't really look at it from here, but I think it's about $5 for, like, I think it was 500 gold or something like that. So, you know, for $5 you could get you know, maybe one of these lower priced heroes, you know, combined with whatever you've earned in the game. If you spend $10, I think they give you about 1200 gold or something like that. So you could buy one of these guys that cost 1,000 gold and have a little bit left over. So that's kind of cool. This guy, I think he's on sale right now for the 350 gold. So, you know, that's kind of cool that they have some specials sometimes. And from what I understand, they add new heroes and things every month. So there's always a good variety of things to get. And even if you come to a point where you've bought all of the heroes and stuff like that, then, you know, there's still putting stuff in every month, so you still have something to buy. Also, you can come in here and buy missions. Some of them cost gold, a lot of them do cost silver, and they're not terribly expensive, so this is a good thing. You can come in here and pay 100 silver for a mission set, and that's cool. We've got stuff for the headquarters. We've got rooms to put in your headquarters, and some vanity items and things like that. Card packs. These are kind of like exchanges. You can spend 20 gold for 200 silver. If, you know, you're just short of buying something you want, you can come in and maybe exchange that way. There is no silver to gold exchange, only gold to silver. So, and then there's these other things that you can buy. These also end up in your headquarters. So the special is Nova. Like I said, you can buy him at a discounted price. Now this section, the agents only, this is only for subscribers. Only if you subscribe can you come in and buy stuff out of this section. So what you're going to find in here is a lot of the high demand characters. We've got a variant of Iron Man here. We've got another variant of Iron Man. We've got Deadpool, Thor, regular Iron Man, Black Spider-Man, War Machine. So these are going to be, you know, probably high demand type characters. And you can notice that these are all bought with silver. So when you subscribe, you get bonuses to your gold, but these exclusives are still bought with silver, which means that you can use your gold to buy other heroes from the regular marketplace or some of the other things that cost gold throughout the market, which I think is cool. I like that. So that's the shop. I'm going to show you the headquarters, and then I think I may end this video and show you some other things in the next video. Get this loaded here. Now your headquarters is just kind of this little place that you can come and hang out. You can pause what's going on. You can see your characters here. Go ahead and make a move. Looks like there's something blowing up over there. So actually zoom out and see everything that's going on here. There are some food items. Let's select a bunch of grapes and give it to Cyclops. No, not exactly what I was aiming for there. No, looks like Falcon came and got the food item. As far as what that actually does, I have no idea. They eat the food and I don't know what. So I don't think it actually gives any kind of benefits or anything like that, but you can feed your heroes, apparently. You can come in here and see which heroes you have. Let's see who is not here. Oh, looks like all 4 of them are currently in this room, so we'll leave that be. There are these other rooms that you saw in the marketplace that you can actually buy and then move into these other rooms, and you will be able to what am I missing here? I should have some items that I can place in the room that, well, we've got this vibranium diamond, so let's try and place that somewhere in the room. We'll just stick it over here for the heck of it. You see, this is just kind of a thing. It's a aesthetic. You can put it there for looking at. You can move it around the room. Apparently it actually does stuff. I was unaware of that one. And I don't know where it's gone now, but it's bounced off my screen. See, we've also got, looks like I'm out of captain's chairs. You can see that we've got them here. I don't know if I've got any. Oh, yes, I actually do have some other things. What's this here? Got a battle desk. Oh, no, it's already placed somewhere. Okay, how about this? Little end table. We'll just stick it over here by thing's chair, maybe. The mouse movement is not real precise here, so it can be tricky to put things exactly where you want them. So you can buy all these different rooms, and then you can get stuff to go in the rooms and kind of customize the way that your headquarters look and all this other kind of stuff, which is kind of cool. It's not that great, but it's kind of cool. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into a zone, and I think we're going to finish this video at this point. I'm going to come back and show you some of the mini games and things like that, and the card game that are in this game, and then that will be all for that video. I'm going to do 3. I've decided. I'm going to do 3 videos. There will be this one. The next one will be about the mini games and the in-game card game. And then the very last video I'm going to do, I have something kind of special planned, and it will be about missions. And that's kind of where you get into combat and things like that. So I'll come back with those 2 videos. If you're interested in this game at all, make sure to keep an eye out for those videos, because there is lots more to this game than what I've shown you. This is just kind of the basics of how the game works, what it is. Definitely not inclusive of what everything in this game is. There's lots of other gameplay that you're really going to want to see if you have any interest in this game at all. So come on back and check this out, and we're going to kind of do this as a family-oriented kind of series. So make sure to come back and check out those other videos. So until next time, good gaming.